Welcome to Raw. We are live from the SAP Center in San Jose, California, fresh off the heels of Survivor Series brand supremacy, where this brand, the red brand, fell up a little bit short but controversial nonetheless. SmackDown taking the win and will main event both nights of WrestleMania. But tonight, the World Heavyweight Champion won his match. Not in traditional fashion. We're going to hear from the World Heavyweight Champion very, very shortly. And also to come tonight in the tag team division, the Street Profits take on Fraxiom. We know that the NBO will have to defend their tag team championships against the Wyatt Six next week. Also tonight, an 8-man Intercontinental Championship tournament does begin. Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Bálor, history in this one. And our main event tonight, career versus title. One last shot at the Intercontinental Championship gold. Nikki Bella, should she fail to get Stratton down for the 10 count, will retire. And kicking us off our opening match tonight is Sami Zayn, who has returned from an injury. He takes on Ludwig Kaiser. But we're going to look at Survivor Series last night, and the full replay is available on YouTube. An incredible performance from the juggernaut Jordynne Grace did in fact get the victory for Team Raw. Things were looking very good early on for the red brand in terms of point scoring. Jordynne Grace eliminating Bianca Belair, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, and of course Bren, Cody Rhodes. This is a feud that goes on as long as time. 2 minutes 18 beckon. Cody Rhodes looked to have the match won until Bren stooped to some, well, let's just say underhanded tactics, but that would not be without a receipt. Bren picking up the victory, scoring the point for Raw, but the Beast Brock Lesnar, who we now know has an official match against Bren at the Royal Rumble in Bren's home state of Arkansas, Fayetteville, attacked Bren, leaving him laid out, hitting him with the championship, sending a message to the champion. Tiffany Stratton took on Jade Cargill. Jade decided to attack Tiffany before the match, not the traditional way to kick off a match. Tiffany put up a really good fight against the WWE Women's Undisputed Champion, who has now vacated the World Heavyweight title. Tiffany gave it everything she got, but Jade, the power, the precision, and the dominance was just too much. Jade picked up the victory, making it 2-1 to Raw, giving SmackDown a lifeline, which then took us across to the men's tag team match, which, by the way, was an exceptional match. Of course, the last nights in this universe mode for Triple H and Batista and Capital Punishment, which I did previously mention, I've had to cancel that due to time restraints. So we're going straight to the Royal Rumble. Batista and Triple H put on a good showing for Team Raw and Team SmackDown. GTS from Punk here, but ultimately it came down to two. It was the never-seen 17 John Cena announcing his retirement tour in WWE 2K25 alongside the man that we saw in the main event. Drew would hit not one, not two, but 3 claymores to put down the never-seen 17. And what happened when this did happen? What was the result of this? The night went to a stalemate. We were 2 apiece, 2 for Raw, 2 for SmackDown, which meant that we had to have a deciding match. Team SmackDown coming from a potential whitewash to coming back to really setting the night on fire. And of course, the ruler of Raw, the Intercontinental Champion, took on the returning AJ Styles. Obafemi showed signs of what the future looks like for him, as he put on a pretty dominant performance. AJ Styles' technical ability and high-flying ability did see him through, but look at the way it won. Veteran official Charles Robinson counting the pinfall. Obafemi's hand clearly on the ropes. Nevertheless, SmackDown left the night victorious. So we are just about to kick things off, should I say, folks, with none other than the World Heavyweight Champion, the leader of the NBO, and former Mr. Money in the Bank, Bren. Somewhat a split audience tonight here in San Jose. You may love him, you may hate him. But the main thing is he came out at Survivor Series yet again victorious against Cody Rhodes. Surely Bren now has stamped the stamp of approval and can walk forward towards his home state debut. Of course, with a beast on the horizon, you can imagine that Bren may be feeling the pace. Of course, asked for the suspension of Brock Lesnar, was not approved. Asked for a fine, was not approved. And now he's going to have to deal with the beast. Ooh, well, we're getting an interference here. Who is it? Oh, God, it's the wise man. Warning sent. Paul Heyman, he is a man of vast expertise, and Bren has been advised, do not tamper with the beast. Of course, that match will go ahead live on the 26th of February at the Royal Rumble. But as we turn our attention, we know there is an Intercontinental Championship tournament beginning later tonight. Sami Zayn, interestingly, is actually in this tournament. This is not an official tournament match. Sami Zayn been out of action for 3 months, I believe, since Saturday night's main event back in December. Just before that, Sami Zayn made his return a few weeks back on Raw to a standing ovation as he brawled with his former adversaries, the NBO. But Sami wants to move forward and become an Intercontinental Champion. He asked for this warm-up match. Adam Pearce received and granted. And of course, we only got 3 weeks left of Adam Pearce before William Regal takes the throne. And of course, a lasting impression. Adam Pearce wants to leave for any future opportunities. He sets up the matches that the fans want to see, and Ludwig Kaiser is more than happy to oblige to ruin Sami's return. Formerly a member of Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser, out of Hamburg, Germany, will be looking to score a big victory here tonight. Of course, he is very, very vocal a lot of the times about how he hasn't been selected to compete in this Intercontinental Championship tournament. Of course, will the future of Ludwig Kaiser drip in gold? We don't know. But it's all about this man. All the talk has been about the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. Now, if you are new to the Universe mode, you will know that Bron Breakker, when joining the NBO just over 3 months ago, decided that it was time to put on the mask, hide the persona, and take his anger out on people that he felt got opportunities that he would have never got. He believed that Bren could lead him into the future that he is promised by the Oracles. Of course, Sami Zayn, alongside Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, was one of the targets of Mr. Breakker. Of course, Sami Zayn was sidelined for 12 weeks. And it's the first time we've seen him in action for 3 months. So welcome back, Sami. Of course, doesn't want to immediately go back into business with the NBO. He wants to move on to his own personal goals and aspirations here on Raw. That's exactly what he's going to kick off tonight. Of course, we know that next week Breakker and Fatu will defend the World Tag Team Championships against the Wyatt Six, who won a #1 contenders match to get there. Can they coexist? The cracks are starting to show within the NBO. Bren fully focused on Brock Lesnar. Bron Breakker kind of doubting what was promised to him in terms of potential, and Jacob Fatu is an unleashable werewolf with no control. And we're going to kick things off here, folks. Center of the ring, we're going to do some chain wrestling. Of course, both these guys, incredible technical wrestlers. And Mr. Sami Zayn is somebody who, through history, under the eulogy, not the eulogy, that sounds like he's passed away, but under the names of El Generico in Ring of Honor. And of course, Sami Zayn in NXT Black and Gold, one of the most impressive young up-and-coming talents we've ever seen in the WWE, wins the exchange here. And Sami is loving this crowd here in San Jose, and it's safe to say that that is received. Now Kaiser going to hit an uppercut there. And of course, Ludwig Kaiser has been very vocal about opportunities as well. Sami with a Hurricanrana there. And of course, testing the pace of this match. A big victory this would be for the German. And Sami's going to continue to dominate early on. Wonderful suplex attempt here. Sit down suplex. Could have a pinfall. Referee John Cohn kick out one from Kaiser. Still a lot of fight left in the European. Sami goes to the top rope. He might be asking the questions. Is he going to risk it all for a biscuit? And Sami with a crossbody telegraphed by Kaiser, who wants nothing to do with this match. He's leaving, and Sami can only watch on. And now Kaiser's back on the apron, was teasing potentially coming back. And now he's going to walk away like the coward that he is. But he's ready for Zayn and turns his back in a European uppercut. Welcomes Zayn to the goddamn show. Of course, Kaiser with some underhanded tactics. That's nothing that's absolutely strange to him. We talk about the likes of Bren last night at Survivor Series, not doing things probably the conventional way. Ludwig Kaiser here, teasing Sami Zayn and sucker punching him when he's not expecting it. And of course, you can see there the welting on the forehead of the German, the European Ludwig Kaiser, cut open, bleeding like a government mule, JR. And that's going to give Kaiser an opportunity to stamp his authority in the match. Just what he likes to do is control the pace of the match. And of course, this San Jose crowd more than willing to detest the actions of this man. An incredibly technically gifted wrestler is Ludwig Kaiser. You can see here he's going to go for a drop kick to Zayn, who's hung up and tied up. And Kaiser going to go for a pinfall here on Sami Zayn. A kick out one from the underdog from the underground. Still lots of fight left in Sami. One thing that you know about Sami Zayn, might not be the strongest, might not be the fastest, but in terms of heart, incredibly gifted in that area, as Kaiser is incredibly gifted at giving it all this, giving the crowd the word salad. And a chokehold there on Sami Zayn, and Kaiser again going to appreciate what work that he's conducting. Of course, probably looking for a promotion in his own ego workplace, as he's going to go to work here on Zayn. Against the ropes goes Sami, and Kaiser asking Sami to get back to his feet. And of course, a lot of word salad being spouted here from Kaiser. Not exactly what Sami Zayn will want to hear, and a clothesline from Zayn, and stomps to follow. We're going to see a springboard, coffin drop, does connect. Kaiser tried to roll out the way, was not fast enough. Sami with the Irish whip now, ducks under the cover. Ooh, lovely move there from Zayn. And another Hurricanrana to follow it up. The crowd really behind Sami here in California. And of course, will they be behind Sami Zayn in Arkansas? Because Sami and Ludwig Kaiser, both these men, may be potential entrants to that 30-man Royal Rumble match. Of course, the winner will go on to face the champion of their choosing at WrestleMania. And Kaiser with a splash here, showing he's not afraid to risk it all to put away Sami Zayn. Back to his feet is Zayn. Kaiser's going to go for the grapple from the rear. Zayn with a nice backflip reversal. Could be looking for that suplex powerbomb again that we saw him do earlier. Incredible strength from Sami Zayn. Not somebody traditionally who you'd attribute with strength, but I tell you what, he's quite strong. You see the way he delivers that blue thunder bomb effortlessly to men twice his size. And now Zayn going to take Kaiser out to the outside. Of course, if you're a follower of the Universe mode, you'll know that Kaiser, a top pace suicida. As I was saying, you'll know that Kaiser hasn't had the best of luck, of course, last week on Raw, picking up a loss to Joe Hendry. Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Well, Kaiser might be starting to. But he's put on an incredible fight here against Sami Zayn. Very competitive as Zayn goes to the top rope, crossbody and telegraph from Kaiser. Kaiser's going to go for a move, caught by Zayn, and a lovely power slam from Sami as he looks to shift the momentum, surely reaching the business end of this match. And we could be about to see the blue thunder bomb put away many of opponents with this move. Sami Zayn, Kaiser is not going to be one of them. Kick out 2.5. Now an Irish whip into the corner. Oh no, he isn't. I thought he was going for that haluva kick. A little bit of collision there. And Kaiser's going to benefit. And the Hurricanrana from the European. And again, you know, one of the things I've noticed in this match, especially with regards to Ludwig Kaiser, you have Sami Zayn beat and you take a break and things like this happen. Sami will get up. He will fight. He's got incredible resiliency. And that's something you've got to be aware of. The clothesline here from Zayn to take down Ludwig Kaiser. And he says, it's the end. Zayn signaling the end. Kaiser could be in trouble, maybe not. And a cheap shot there from Kaiser as Zayn rolls to the outside. Ludwig Kaiser will be more than happy to meet him and pulls him off the edge of the ring apron into the edge of the ring apron and a European uppercut. Of course, Kaiser using every underhanded tactic that you can imagine. Now collar and elbow tap into the steps goes Sami. Now a collar and elbow tie up here from Ludwig Kaiser. Going to bring Sami back into the ring. Now Kaiser asking Zayn to get back to his feet. Certainly will try and... Oh, wait. Kaiser with that DDT. That's his signature move. Could be about to put away Zayn here. And a kick out too from Sami. Just. And the frustration is evident on Ludwig Kaiser. Cannot quite put away Sami Zayn just yet. Gonna take out that frustration maybe on some more of Sami Zayn. Shot to the guts there, and Ludwig Kaiser just proud of exactly what he's doing right now to Sami Zayn. An incredible DDT. It was well executed, center of the ring, and did not get the job done. And Sami Zayn, haluva kick. Good night, Kaiser. Thank you for coming. I want to say that Kaiser's put an incredible performance up here, but it's not enough to beat Sami. Sami Zayn will go forward as he has a WWE Intercontinental Championship #1 Contenders tournament to focus on, and he wants to win. Of course, Sami getting rid of the ring rust tonight showed no signs of that. Kaiser put up a good fight, but ultimately Zayn walks out on top. And congratulations to Sami Zayn. Welcome home. And we're backstage now. Well, friendships are rare in this universe mode, but Javon Evans welcoming Sami Zayn back. And that's so nice of him. Both men declaring for the Royal Rumble, we believe. And now we've got tag team action. And I've got to ask you guys, do you want the smoke? These two gentlemen have not been on the show for a while. Of course, the Wyatt Six are the #1 contenders, and next week could potentially become the WWE World Tag Team Champions. The Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, will also want to add their name into the hat of potential tag team champions in the future. Of course, standing across from them tonight are two of the most highest touted potential wrestlers in the WWE right now. Nathan Frazier of the UK, Axiom of Spain. They make up the team of Fraxiom. Street Profits tonight are going to have to be exceptional to put away them two gentlemen. Of course, nothing on the line in terms of #1 contendership or anything, but a massive message to whoever walks away with the tag team titles next week will be sent from the victor of this match. You have to believe that Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins are going to have to be ready for the speed of Fraxiom. I'm sure they're ready. I have no doubt that these two men have the capabilities of picking up the victory in this match as they dance their way into the ring in San Jose, California. Well, the tag team division in our universe mode has a purpose, and of course Fraxiom will be wanting to make a name for themselves over on the red brand. And of course the early moments of this tag team division going forward into every 2K game in the future will be interesting. Of course, World Tag Team Champions, the NBO, our tag team champions at the moment. The only other champions we've had is the formerly, well, they are injured at the moment, but they are signed to Raw, the Usos. Hopefully they will be back soon. We have no update on them right now. But obviously Jimmy Uso suffering that attack from the NBO. He was expected to be out for 6 months. So Sami Zayn returned tonight right on time, and Jey Uso, after having an incredibly heartfelt, a brilliant attempt at a handicap match, he is out for what we're looking at potentially that's similar to Jimmy, maybe a little bit less. So hopefully these two get well soon and can be back in time for WrestleMania. If not, never mind. And right now we're focused on the action in front of us. Nathan Frazier, Montez Ford will kick things off in the ring for their respective teams, as both of these men are just going to wait and feel the crowd. And a punch attempted from Nathan Frazier, a kick attempted from Montez Ford, and both missed. And now we're going to trade blows. And what the hell was that start from these two teams? But now the action's about to pick up. And of course, if you're Montez Ford, incredibly athletic, gifted athlete, you've got to consider the speed of Nathan Frazer and the crotch chop telling Frazer to suck it and have somersault over the top rope from Ford, putting it all on the line, throwing Kosh into the wind. He's going to drag Nathan Frazer back to the ring. A huge message will be sent to the tag team division and to the winners of next week from the winners of this match. And Ford up high, incredibly athletic is Montez Ford, and Frazer telegraphs the crossbody there, bringing Montez back to his feet. And still to come tonight, do not forget our main event, career versus title. Nikki Bella, one last opportunity, one last chance at the gold. She's had two, but this is her final. Tiffany asking Nikki to put her career on the line. And it seems like in the It's Jack universe, but there's a lot of careers coming to an end. AJ Styles announcing his retirement tour for 2K26 over on the blue brand. Cena over here on Raw on the red brand. Batista hanging up the boots alongside his friend and former Evolution buddy Triple H last night at Survivor Series, or last episode should I say. And of course the careers are ticking down on many of the current active roster, so stay tuned as we are really entering not a Triple H, a normal new era. And a reversal here from Ford. And a wonderful DDT. The starting men are both still in the ring. And it could be the time we're about to see Montez Ford make a tag and we get a fresh pair of legs in this match. Angelo Dawkins, of course, the enforcer of the Street Profits, of course, is incredibly athletic, like his compatriot Montez Ford, but also is somebody who can mix that with a bit of power, and he's going to go to the top rope here, and a clothesline connects. It looks like Nathan Frazer's going to tag in Axiom because he doesn't want the smoke, and a dropkick from the Spaniard here, who is incredibly gifted, an incredibly technical wrestler. Would love to see him branch off on his own and do his own thing eventually. And a wonderful moonsault, springboard moonsault there from Axiom. Of course, the goal for Fraxiom. I was talking to him, because I'm cool like that. Backstage, it's important for them to win tag team championship gold throughout the year to try and get some accolades, some decoration to their team and make themselves a credible tag team. And of course, with 2K26 around the corner in the tag team division, we don't know who will join the red and the blue brand, so it's exciting times. And an interesting swanton there, taking down Angelo Dawkins from Nathan Frazer. Going to tag Axiom back in. Montez Ford going to go for a... He's not going to get it though. Axiom is way too fast and alert at this moment in time. Irish whip from Axiom. Now Axiom hailing out of Spain. He might be the only one that I can think of from Spain. And Frazer's going to throw him back in the ring. A little bit of miscommunication there from Fraxiom, but never mind, still on top. Axiom's going to go to the top rope, and a frog splash does miss, and a big boot will suffice. Angelo Dawkins taking Nathan Frazer off, trying to make this an isolated incident. Irish whip into the corner. Montez Ford is available for the tag, does make it. Goodness gracious, Axiom must be 10 feet in the air. And a nice neck breaker. That's an incredible pinfall attempt here from Ford. Angelo Dawkins is the guard of the pin, and a kick out from Axiom does keep the match going. Good pace set here from the tag teams on Monday Night Raw. And a springboard, a wrench of the neck to take out the neck and to send Axiom to the outside. Now he's going to risk it all, and that's a crossbody from the gods because he almost fell from heaven, and now he's on the barricade. What the hell is Montez Ford doing? We know that he's willing to risk anything. Oh my god, what a neck breaker to Axiom. And Irish whip back in the ring, hopping back. Now Angelo Dawkins. Elbow drop there. Angelo Dawkins really is feeling the crowd. And of course the Street Profits, very popular here in San Jose, California. Irish whip here from Montez Ford. From Angelo Dawkins, sorry. Hurricanrana from Axiom in the reversal. Brings him back to his feet. Irish whip into the corner of the Royal Rumble is coming to you on February the 26th, I believe. And then we go over to 2K26. I will have early access, but just a bit off topic while the match goes on. I will literally take 30 seconds of your time. And I shouldn't do this in episodes because I stopped doing it. I am buying the King of Kings edition because I'm getting it on multiple platforms and I don't want to spend $300 on 2. I don't need the WrestleMania pack. I don't need any of the WCW, WWE guys. So I will just be just buying the King of Kings edition. So I will have early access. So we'll try to get the Universe mode to a schedule. And hopefully everybody that I need, they should be outside of that that DLC. I'm going to buy the ringside passes, of course, but more to come on that anyway. Now Nathan Frazier with a kick takes down Angelo Dawkins and a lovely springboard moonsault there off the turnbuckle. Incredible height there given from Nathan Frazier. This match is reaching a boiling point in terms of the ending. But of course we know the resiliency of these two guys. Now Frazier going to springboard forward off the edge, who just cost him the pinfall victory. Now Angelo Dawkins, sit down, powerbomb, spinebuster, whatever it's called, and Axiom's going to have to break that up. Look at the strength of Angelo Dawkins here, just ragdolling into a suplex Axiom like he weighs nothing. Now he's going to send Axiom packing, but he's not aware that Nathan Frazier is behind him. Fraser went for a drop kick there, incredibly wide. Don't know what Fraser was thinking there. A few botches in this match from both teams. It's unfortunate when they happen, but they do happen. I'd like to see you guys try with 2 controllers. No, I'm joking. I love you all. And Fraser back to his feet. This match's commentary has been a little bit like an episode of Unreal, revealing the curtains, but we're back on track. A double super kick there from Axiom and Nathan Frazier. And a standing shooting star press from Axiom. And this match has been good. You can't feel the pace and the time that it's actually taking because of the incredible prowess of both these teams. And now Angelo Dawkins going to take out Nathan Frazier. Axiom could be in trouble because he's isolated in the home corner of the Street Profits, and they do want the smoke. And here we're going to see some tandem offense. Look at the pacing. Of course, we haven't really seen the speed of Nathan Frazier. And now a super kick attempted. And Axiom says, no, thank you, sir. And an arm drag from Axiom. Now Axiom with a knee to the face. Montez Ford falls to the ground. Axiom going high risk here. Could be about to put it all on the line. And an elbow drop connects. Ooh, yeah. Tribute to Macho Man, Randy Savage. What the hell's Axiom doing here? Oh, that's a wonderful move. Nice arm drag and incredible drop kick to follow. Setting the pace now. We talked about the speed of Fraxiom. That's where they're going to beat the Street Profits, is with that agility, with that speed, with that teamwork. A reversal here from Ford. Axiom was throwing everything at it. Incredible offense there from Axiom. Just was a little bit short. Now we're going to see it continue with Montez Ford. He went to super kick Nathan Frazier there. A bit of word exchange, and it obviously took the attention of Montez Ford away from what's going on in the ring. Now Axiom going to weigh up Montez Ford, and a knee to the face there. The Street Profits takes Frazier off the edge. This isn't the first time that the Street Profits have tried to isolate Axiom. And a wonderful German suplex. Incredible strength shown there from Montez Ford. Of course, would Montez Ford be somebody who could potentially enter the Royal Rumble? Of course, we know that he's got huge future ahead of him in this company. And going to the top rope, Axiom needs to crawl. He's going to make the tag, but Ford hits that splash, but it ain't going to matter for nothing because he made the tag, and now Fraser is in the ring and he's unleashed. Now a German suplex there from Nathan Frazier. And what's he going to go for here? He's going to risk it all. Now he's going to suicide dive out of there to no avail. He missed because of Axiom. Fraxiom have had a few cracks in there. We talk about the NBO and cracks. A few miscommunications here. Montez Ford's going to go to work on Axiom here, who's not even the legal man, and gets himself sent into the ring post. A little bit of naivety there from Ford. And Nathan Frazier wants the match back in the ring. And a double team there, of course, hitting the axe handle once the suplex did connect. And going to roll Ford back into the ring. Fraxiom could be about to win this match. Splash from Frazier. And Frazier is really picking up the momentum now. And ever since he's been in the ring, it's been all Fraxiom. Axiom tagged back in the ring. Maybe he can finish this one off as he's looking to do so. And it misses. And Ford with an elbow drop. Axiom back to his feet. And now Montez Ford could be looking for the finish. Lovely back body drop there from Ford. And now he could be going for that frog splash. He's feeling froggy, of course. I don't know if Frazier is... Oh, no, it's just a normal splash from Ford. That could be enough to get the job done, though. Get the pinfall. Try and get it out of here. We've had a long match. Get through it. Get to the back. Put your name in the lights. And the tag here from Angelo Dawkins. Back in the ring, Boston Crab attempted. Axiom could be in trouble. He's near the ropes, so can he escape? He's going to have to escape, and his teammate Nathan Frazier isn't going to offer an olive branch, so Axiom's going to have to fight out of this, and he does. Angelo Dawkins in trouble, stomp, missed. And I don't know if Frazier's been in the ring, therefore he can't come back in. And what a wonderful suplex that is. Frazier's going to get in the ring now. He is going to break up that pinfall. I believe Axiom was done for there. Now Angelo Dawkins going to attack Frazier. Frazier fights back, and there's a lot of this going on. And now he's going to risk it all. Somersault to Frazier. Axiom's on the outside, though. Gets back in the ring. Could be a bit risky. And a missile drop kick from the springboard from Axiom, who needs to take advantage of this. Of course, Nathan Frazier, now that he's broke up that pin, will not be allowed back in the ring, otherwise disqualification could occur. And look at the strength of Angelo Dawkins there. Tag into Montez Ford, who brings it back to the ring. And now Ford might be finally feeling froggy. Hook of the leg, pinfall, sayonara to Fraxiom. The Street Profits pick up the victory. That's a huge win for them, by the way. Because a little bit of rust on the teamwork skills of Fraxiom. They're going to have to dust off, go again. I'm sure they'll be back. They're an incredibly gifted tag team, the Street Profits, but in the whole Raw tag team division, which is literally like 4 tag teams on notice.
Every Royal Rumble begins the same way. For decades, these passageways have opened doors to glory.
The Undertaker has won the Royal Rumble.
To immortality. The Royal Rumble is more than a match.
Are you kidding me?
It's a decision. Superstars make it. Only one makes it out.
Who is it gonna be?
I know what it's like to see your destiny waiting, to know what it could give you.
The championship match at WrestleMania.
And everything it might take.
Line 'em up.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Royal Rumble Arkansas trailer. I hope you did enjoy it. We're just trying something a bit different. I know some people don't like it, some people love it. But right now, we're going to turn our attention back inside the SAP Center and to the ring general Gunther. Of course, Gunther was a member of Monday Night Raw's 4-on-4 Survivor Series team. And he put up a good performance, but Raw fell short thanks to Drew McIntyre. Gunther looks like he's if he stared at you, you would turn to stone. Because this man never been a gentleman who is very intertwined with the fans in terms of his favoritism. But one thing's for damn sure, he doesn't give a crap about that. Gunther will have something to say here for sure. And what will it be? So there you have it, folks. Gunther said he's going to throw everybody over the top rope. Of course, his repayment for joining Team Raw was getting the last spot on the Royal Rumble, in the Royal Rumble match. Sorry, he is number 30. That is confirmed. Signed, sealed, delivered. Will Gunther, the Ring General, go to WrestleMania and main event and pick a champion of his choosing? But we're going to go back in the ring, and I'm very interested to hear what this man has to say after losing to AJ Styles and costing Raw the entire night in controversial fashion nonetheless. Obafemi is live in San Jose, the ruler. Well, I'll have you know that Finn Bálor has a match to focus on tonight, and it is, of course, sending a message to Obafemi. Obafemi is not too concerned, doesn't look too concerned, and is looking to move past what happened at Survivor Series. But Bálor has got this man to deal with. From Kyoto, Japan. I believe he's from Kyoto. Welcome, Shinsuke Nakamura. Of course, these two have a lot of history in other promotions. Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Bálor, both over a 2-decade career across the world of professional wrestling. Met so many times outside of WWE and had some of the best matches you will ever see around. Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Bálor enter the WWE Intercontinental Championship Tournament tonight. 8 men will enter that, and we'll hear, and obviously after the result of this match, I'll show you the brackets and we'll see them. But we're kicking things off here tonight with the first match. Round 1. 8 men will enter. Only 1 man can win and gain an opportunity at the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Obafemi, a fighting champion, wants to fight every week, but we need to start his reign as Intercontinental Champion with somebody worthy. You don't have to look much further than this man when you talk about worthiness. Of course, Finn Bálor already here. He had a message for Obafemi. Overlooking your opponent in professional wrestling is something that I never recommend, especially when it's Nakamura. Of course, this is our first of 4 first-round matches in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament over the next few weeks. In order to crown a #1 contender that is worthy of facing Obafemi, he wants the next challenger to earn his opportunity the way he had to earn the title. Of course, some duplicate names in here. Of course, the history between these two cannot be understated. And Nakamura is asking Finn to bring it. And he will gladly oblige. Nice kick there from Bálor. Because this crowd are not very happy with the actions of this man. And you have to note, and one thing that I want to note here, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there is a lot of members, and by a lot I mean all 3 members of Judgment Day are in this tournament. And should Finn Bálor pick up the victory tonight, Dominic Mysterio is in the same bracket as him, I believe. So what happens if both members of the Judgment Day win and have to face each other? What happens there? Now Irish whip into the corner. A shot from the knee to the guts. And now Nakamura is going to take charge here in San Jose, California. And of course, you might be interested to know the arena change. I mentioned it on a previous episode and I'll quickly cover it. We are starting in the small studio. And when the channel grows, if the channel grows, we will upgrade it every year. So the small studio, if it's in 2K26, we'll continue with. For my lovely community, we are having an intimate setting to begin, and the DDT from Bálor continues with the offense. And the Prince will do everything to put down Nakamura. Of course, these two probably sharing victories. Referee in charge got in the way there. A punch that allowed Nakamura to reshift the momentum towards him. And a stomp to the gut there. Bringing him back to his feet. The first of 4, as I said, first round matches for the Intercontinental Championship. Both of these men wanting to kickstart their careers on Monday Night Raw in a big way. And kicks here, wearing down the legs. Of course, that is where Nakamura's main source of offense does arise. We could be about to see the coup de grace this early. No, he's going to ask Nakamura to get to his feet. And a missile drop kick from Bálor. And a pinfall attempt here. Kick out 1 there from Nakamura. Of course, still to come, we've got that last woman standing match, career versus title, the biggest stakes you could imagine. That's going to be a pretty hellacious match. I'm going to have to rest my throat because I can only imagine the hatred that Nikki Bella and Tiffany Stratton have for each other, what will ensue in that match. And Balor's going to try and go for the big move, go broke or go home. Bálor is one of the favourites to win this entire tournament here tonight. Of course, on the Discord, if you're not in it, make sure you join. Bálor was the pick. The clothesline from Nakamura. Maybe overlooking some of the other talent inside of the tournament. Of course, Sami Zayn, who we saw earlier, is in this tournament. And he will go one-on-one next week with Dominic Mysterio, we believe. So that's something to remember. You've also got Ricky Saints, a young up-and-coming hungry dog who could potentially be looking to advance. Rusev, who is a monster by all means, is also in the tournament. So, of course, there's a lot of competition for Bálor to get through. And now Nakamura's going to bring Bálor and that backwards roll into the knee to the gut, and Bálor eats it. Nakamura could be looking for that King Shasa. He's telling Bálor to get to his feet, but if Bálor isn't alert, he will eat the knee of Shinsuke Nakamura, but he's alert. Now 19-16 from Bálor. Hook of the leg. Pinfall attempt. Nakamura a bit naive there and thinking Bálor was ready to be put down, and a kick out 2 from Nakamura, the king of strong style. Of course, a big year in 2026 ahead for Shinsuke Nakamura. Of course, with the retirements of John Cena over on here on Raw, will we see that match one more time? That would be an exceptional match to see. A drop kick there from Bálor. Now he's gonna look for the coup de grace connects. This could be all she wrote, folks. Bálor could be about to advance. Referee is in a good position to gather Nakamura with the shoulder up. Nakamura trying to put a 5-star classic here. And Bálor back to his feet, could be looking for something else, and a knee drop connects. Fight forever, chant this San Jose crowd, and of course if these two were 10 years younger, I believe that we would see them fight forever. Two incredibly similar competitors in terms of experience and attributes. Nakamura, who dons the strong style technique, goes for the suplex and sits Bálor down. Bálor could be in trouble here, needs something to shift, and a kick from Nakamura, who has a little bit of an MMA background. Northern Lights suplex connects, and now Nakamura going to the well again. Bálor stumbling to his feet. Could Nakamura be about to hit a big move, cross body from Shinsuke? And he wants this crowd. The crowd are booing him. I'm not sure why. Nakamura is looking for that dreaded knee, I believe. And he's telling Bálor to come on and give it. And these two certainly will go to the well. And we're going to have a good old United Kingdom British game of fisticuffs here as both men trade blows and try to knock the other one out. Hooks, jabs, chops and slaps connecting from both Finn Bálor and Shinsuke Nakamura. And who will be left standing after this exchange? You have to think that they would be the one who wins the match. Shout out to boxing as a sport, because these two are showing why they could be competitors in that, and now they're just going to throw hands at each other and the stalemate continues. Now Nakamura could be in trouble. Bálor with the Pele kick connects. He could be looking for that coup de grace again, but no, Nakamura's going to stumble to his feet. Another Pele kick from Bálor. Might be trying to get Nakamura in position. Does have him in position. Knee drop again. Thought he would have gone for the coup de grace. And Bálor admiring his work. I have to say, the Prince has been exceptional here tonight. And so has Nakamura. He's going to take something distinct to shift the tide of this match. Nakamura getting out of that. And now Nakamura could be looking for that fireman driver. And now we could be about to see the King Shasa in trouble. Connects. Bálor is lights out. Nakamura is looking to advance, or is he kick out? And that could have been a 3, folks. I thought the hand was down. Nakamura going to bring Bálor back to his feet. Bálor going to fight back. Maybe not as knocked out as we initially thought. Managed to get the shoulder up. 19-16 again. Top rope inbound. And coup de grace again. And Bálor looks to advance in this Intercontinental Championship tournament. And he does. What an incredible match, folks. Absolutely incredible match. Nakamura putting everything out there in the ring. Bálor did enough to win the contest. Of course, the Intercontinental Championship tournament continues next week on Raw as we look to set to crown and world contender for Overface WWE Intercontinental Championship. And I believe the production team are going to pull up a graphic in just a second showing us exactly what that looks like. So pause your screen. We've got Sami Zayn, Dirty Dom, Ricky Zayn's JD, Rusev and more in this tournament. Bálor with the victory here tonight. But what will happen with the Judgment Day following this tournament. And we're going to continue things, folks, because Seth freaking Rollins is in the building. What's Rollins going to have to say to San Jose, California in the WWE Universe? Well, we're about to find out. Well, the Royal Rumble match is live, February the 26th, and the 30-man Royal Rumble will consume. Will Seth Rollins be the man who's the last man standing? And of course, with the men comes the women's. 30 women will enter the star-studded field in the Donald W. Reynolds Stadium in Fayetteville, Arkansas, who will book their road to WrestleMania. And the hometown boy Bren, Brock Lesnar, World Heavyweight Championship on the line. That is and much, much more coming to you live from the Royal Rumble in Arkansas. And before Arkansas, we've got to look ahead to Raw next week. As we mentioned earlier, the Wyatt Six will challenge the NBO for them WWE World Tag Team Championships. And the number one contenders tournament for the Intercontinental Championship continues to be Sami take on Dom, JD McDonough take on Ricky Saints. And it's our main event here tonight. Nikki Bella has her career on the line. The Intercontinental Championship at stake. Who will walk away? None of them will walk away unscathed. I can assure you of that. Well, folks, grab your popcorn, because this could be the last time that you see the Fearless One. Of course, Nikki Bella and Tiffany Stratton, a rivalry that has stretched longer than 2 months. We'll go head-to-head, maybe for the last time, and it might be Nikki Bella's swan song in the WWE. Well, for all the people who believe in twin magic and the Fearless One, tonight is your night, because your woman is set to put her career on the line. Should Nikki Bella fail tonight, she will be exiled from the WWE and the world of professional wrestling. But let's look in a more positive manner. And of course, there's not much you can say positive about a last woman standing match, because both careers will be shortened, that's for sure. And Nikki already in the twilight of her career. You have to wonder how much she's got left. And on the other side, should Nikki be able to win, she's more than capable of doing so, by the way, the WWE Intercontinental Championship will come home to the Bella House. And of course, you've got to remember that Nikki had a little bit of a break. This woman last episode went head-to-head at Survivor Series with the Storm, Jade Cargill, and ultimately got beat. Of course, we're on a bit of a downward momentum spiral. Tiffany Stratton, our second Intercontinental Champion, of course, beating Kiana James 3 or 4 months ago. She's held the championship now for around 97 days. Just approaching 100. Can Tiffany Stratton continue the reign of Intercontinental Champion? And we know that the World Heavyweight Champion for the women will be coming very shortly. We're going to have an announcement on that very soon, so stay tuned for that. But this is the title to hold on this brand. Of course, Tiffany Stratton has seen off many opponents, including her adversary across the ring tonight, twice. Can she make a hat trick and send Nikki Bella into retirement? Well, of course, the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Huge stakes for both women. Neither women will want to lose. And it's just about who wants it more and who's willing to go that extra mile. Do not expect this match to be a technical wrestling piece of excellence. Expect it to be a fight. It's a pure fight. Imagine you're on the streets of San Jose. That's what it is. It's a fight. And these two women are going to throw caution to the wind and throw everything at each other to walk away with the Intercontinental Championship and finally put the other out of there, put the other person in their rearview mirror. Of course, anything legal in a last woman standing match anywhere in the arena, you can be counted. Of course, if you do not make it out up before the 10 count, you will lose the match and the winner will be considered the last woman standing and the Intercontinental Champion. And we're going to start things off in the ring, but do not expect it to stay here. And these two women are not going to start off with a technical wrestling prowess. They're going to start off throwing hammer blows, hooks, and jabs, and every type of fisticuffs that you can think of. And only one woman will remain standing. As I said, this match will not finish until one of these women cannot make it back to their feet for the count of 10 seconds. Because if that is Nikki Bella, a huge reminder, her career will be over. And in a universe mode where we're in a transition period to a new era in terms of the talent, with the likes of Cena departing at WrestleMania 2 in 2027, AJ Styles the same. You got some timed careers. You saw Triple H and Batista leave at Survivor Series, and of course people like Rey Mysterio. How much longer do they have left? Well, hopefully another year. We'll have to find out throughout the course of the year. And then up and coming talent like your Obafemis, like your Joe Hendrys, like your Ludwig Kaisers will take the helm. Nikki does not want to be one of the people in 2026 that is added to that retirement list. And to avoid that, she's got to beat this woman, Tiffany Stratton. And Tiffany's going to be the first to go furniture shopping. And we knew it wasn't going to take long before either of these women added some steel into the equation. Nikki Bella doesn't want to get hit by that chair, smartly avoids it, and now she's going to sit. And of course, Nikki Bella taunts Tiffany Stratton. San Jose quite behind Nikki Bella, but Tiffany's quick to her feet and sweeps her off the middle rope. Of course, for Tiffany Stratton, you might think all the focus is on Nikki Bella losing. If Tiffany Stratton loses, she doesn't make it to 100 days as Intercontinental Champion. Her championship credibility is questioned, especially following last night. And any opportunities that she may have, a future opportunity at the Women's World Championship, will be very vastly considered by the new Raw General Manager, William Regal. So a lot on the line, and not to mention she won't be your Intercontinental Champion anymore. And a Samoan drop there onto the chair from Stratton, delivered to Nikki Bella. Now Stratton might be looking to do a splash onto the chair and actually misses and ends up on the chair. And Bella wrenching the neck. And now Nikki's going to look to use that chair. Of course, referee started the count. Not going to be a 10 count by any means just yet. These women will throw everything shot to the gut from the steel chair and thrown from Nikki Bella. Bella won't give a damn. She's going to go furniture shopping for some more, looking for a kendo stick. Tiffany Stratton getting back to her feet in the ring. Oh, she's got a goddamn baseball bat. Shout out to Sting in WCW reversal. Shot to the gut of Bella with the baseball bat. Now another shot. This is hellacious, folks. This match is only just started, and it's going to be a pretty violent match. If you like ECW, I'm sure you'll like this match. Goes for a kick and reversal. Do not expect for your eyes to be shocked in what will ensue here tonight. And chop attempted. At least they're keeping it in the ring. It's semi-civil. The chair and the baseball. Oh, into that exposed turnbuckle that Tiffany did expose. And of course, you have to wonder what's going through the mind of Tiffany Stratton. She's shown signs of breaking because of Nikki Bella. Now Nikki stripping the table. Torpe Suicida from Tiffany Stratton, taking down the Hall of Famer. And a fist there for him. Of course, Nikki would love to be Intercontinental Champion. She's never held that title, and that would be something to add to her hugely Hall of Fame accoladed career. And now baseball bat in hand over the skull of Nikki Bella. The baseball bat's just going to stay there. It's impressive how she's managed to hit her with that, and it's managed to stay there, and Tiffany clapping. Congratulations, Tiffany, on your work. Bella's going to stumble back to her feet. And of course, this last woman's standing match is not for nothing. You know that. I've already explained the stakes. So a minor slip-up could lead to a major setback. And into the ring post goes Tiffany Stratton, face against electronic board. Getting back to her feet. That announcer's desk looks rather tasty right now. I think Nikki's going to try and use that off the other announcer's desk. The Spanish announce desk has been stripped by Nikki Bella. Could be looking on. It just slaps Tiffany. How insulting. And then dances over the body of Tiffany Stratton. And now Nikki Bella on top of the table is going to enjoy watching Tiffany Stratton attempt to get to her feet. Nikki Bella's done an incredible job so far. Now Nikki could be looking for something big, axe handle, but Tiffany reads it. And a spine buster from Tiffany Stratton. Oh my God. Steel steps in hand of Tiffany. Bella's getting back to her feet, but she's unbeknown what's to come, straight into her face and throws the steps into the face of Bella. What the hell? She's perched and kicks her off. She was on the steel steps. It could be, oh my goodness me. Them steel steps are just perched, and Tiffany Stratton has Nikki Bella up. Powerbomb onto the steps. Oh my God. Nikki Bella, with her illustrious career, decade-plus long career, cannot be taking too many of them big moves. I'm surprised if she rolls back to her feet. Showing a lot of fight here, Nikki. Showing an incredible level of heart. Whatever you think about her and her behaviour over the last couple of weeks, months, whatever, she's showing incredible heart. Of course, called Tiffany Stratton out all the way back at Crown Jewel. That's where this rivalry began. And now Tiffany's looking to take it to the stipulation up a little bit. Nikki's going to fight back. Oh my God. Off the table suplex. Nikki Bella risks it all. Now she's doing push-ups. Tiffany's got to get back to her feet. And she is getting back to her feet rather early in the count. Nikki Bella is not aware that Tiffany's back to her feet. Maybe she is. And a stomp to the face there. Nothing good ever happens outside the ring, I will tell you that for free. As Nikki Bella has the steel steps in hand. And Tiffany Stratton's in trouble. Steps to the face. And of course, Tiffany Stratton, should she win here tonight, will not only retain the Intercontinental Champion, will definitely make it over 100 days, will also retire one of the greatest women of the Divas era. And bringing Tiffany back to her feet now. Tiffany's going to reverse, and does with that forearm. And oh, we're going to see it. The Alabama slam in San Jose. What the hell's Tiffany Stratton thinking? Nikki Bella is enduring some serious, oh my God. Back to the announcer's desk, I guess that's what we're using. Oh, whoa. What's going on here? Nikki Bella is perched in trouble. Reversal. And Bella. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And powerbomb through the table goes Tiffany Stratton. That's got to be it, folks. Because we're starting to see this match really heat up and both women take a lot of punishment. Tiffany's going to need a miracle to get back to her feet right now. That powerbomb through the announcer's desk. And Bella might have this match won. I believe it's an 8 count. And what the hell is... You had her beat. Nikki Bella dragging Tiffany Stratton over to the table. Might be looking at to end Tiffany Stratton's career. Oh, my goodness. What is Nikki Bella thinking? Oh, Tiffany fights back. And now it's going to be Tiffany. Oh, my God. DDT on the table. The table doesn't break, which makes it all the more worse. Bella's head bounces off the table. But you have to question why Nikki got Tiffany up there. Especially with her career on the line. Oh my God. What are we thinking here, folks? What on earth are we thinking? Oh my God. And the hatred of these two women shows. And a splash through the table goes Bella. It's over. She killed her. There is no way on God's green earth this match goes any further. And somehow, some way, Nikki Bella is back to her feet and fighting back. I cannot believe what I'm seeing, folks. This match should have been over twice. Now Nikki Bella going to throw Tiffany Stratton back in the ring, and I feel a lot more comfortable when it's inside the ring because these women using the whole arena as a weapon, and Bella demanding that Tiffany Stratton gets back to her feet. Could be in big trouble. Missile dropkick missed. Now Stratton could be about to fight back, and a spine buster from Tiffy. And she's perfectly positioned here if Tiffany wants to go for it, for the world's prettiest moonsault. It's over. Stay down, Nikki. Your career's been illustrious. You don't have to prove anything to any of us. And I think it's over, folks. What the hell is Nikki made of? Stumbling back to her feet, but she's got nothing left. Oh, maybe she has. Incredible heart here showed from Nikki. And a slap. And now she's going to take Tiffany. Oh, I thought she was going to take it to the outside, wrenching the leg. And try to take away the speed of Tiffany Stratton. Goodness gracious me, folks. An incredible match here tonight. And Tiffany sent to the outside. And this is not looking good, because Nikki Bella and the look in her eyes is signifying that we could be about to see the end. And where the hell are these two going? I mean, it's voluntary for it's involuntary for Tiffany. She's just been hoisted up there by Nikki Bella. Oh my God, on the stage. This is not a good place. This stage was not designed by me for brawling. And into that Titantron goes Nikki Bella, head first, off the LED. And now these two women going to fight on the stage. And of course the match, everything they're doing is legal. Now Tiffany getting a taste of the steel Titantron. Oh my goodness me. What on earth is Nikki Bella thinking? Tiffany Stratton struggling. Nikki, you can see that Tiffany's raking the back of the hair. Nikki can't see where she's going. Oh my God, please. For the love of all that is holy, rethink this and Tiffany's going to fight out. Nikki couldn't see where she was going. Oh my God. Not on the ramp. Oh my goodness me. She's going to have a broken neck. Nikki Bella has given absolutely everything tonight. Tiffany takes a bow, proud of her work. That's a WWE Hall of Famer. And Nikki is getting back to her feet. And Stratton going to fight back. What the hell's going on here? And a gut buster there from Nikki Bella. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tiffany dangles off the edge. Kicked off the edge, but Tiffany reverses. And she's going to get back up. And Nikki Bella's going to wait for her. And a kick again. Oh my God, Tiffany. What are you doing off the edge of the stage? Tiffany Stratton could be broken. That's a near 10-foot drop onto solid concrete. And there is no way that Tiffany Stratton gets up from this. And if she does, what kind of career is she going to have left? A 9 count. And she gets up at the 9 count. Goodness me. Nikki goes down there to join her. And nothing good is happening here, folks. It's just a brawl. This is just a fight. And Tiffany Stratton might be broken in half. And Nikki Bella is just going to go to work on Tiffany Stratton on the next to the stage. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Powerbomb onto the concrete again. And Nikki going to try and break the arm of Tiffany Stratton. The crowd chanting, "This is awesome" in San Jose. I'm a bit of the more sensitive type, and Tiffany actually taps. If this was a Falls Count Anywhere match, it'd be over. What do you have to do? Can the referee stop this match, please? It's too much. It's over. Stay down, Tiffany. You have to wonder what's ruptured inside the body of Tiffany Stratton. Hopefully she gets out of this match with no injuries or minor injuries. She seems okay to be moving okay. Bella is going to brawl with Tiffany now, and Tiffany's going to fight back. And I don't even know how this woman's still standing, to be fair. I think any normal, sane human being would have stayed down. Now Nikki might be going for a trip. Tiffany dragging Nikki. But you have to factor in how much damage has Tiffany suffered. And into the Titantron again goes Nikki and tries to sweep the leg. Nikki one step ahead. Oh, God. What the hell is going to happen now? A slap there from Nikki. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What are we thinking? Tiffany not... Now Nikki... But oh, my goodness me, folks. Oh, no. Referee, stop this. Oh, my God. Suplex. Off the stage. It's just stop the match. Or I'll stop it. Tiffany, Stratton could potentially... These two women have Royal Rumble in a couple of weeks. She ain't getting up. You can count to 1 million. She's not getting up. 8 count. And it's over. But at what cost? Wowza Roonies. I mean, Nikki Bella's career is still intact, but the young Tiffany Stratton here is getting medical attention up on the stage. I hope she's okay. I think she will be. She's moving okay, but Nikki Bella's career is intact and she's your new Women's Intercontinental Champion.